I've been seeing these Waymo driverless vehicles in Phoenix for a little while now, and I've been dying to try it. So I finally tried it on Friday night on the way from the airport back to the hotel. I didn't get to video, but once the vehicle approaches, you are able to unlock it using the app. The vehicle introduces itself to you and welcomes you, and it's great. Once you're ready to go, you can see on the screen, you can just click on Start Ride and the vehicle will then proceed. My immediate thought was, oh my goodness, there is no one driving this car. It is a little bit freaky to see the steering wheel steering itself and the car just driving along like any other car ride. The vehicle was very comfortable. You have full access to the heating and cooling area. You have access to the touchscreen up on the front. I will show in a minute. You can see a map before you're going. It shows you time remaining in your trip. Here I'm just playing with the buttons, adjusting temperature. It was a little chilly out. Here you can see a map view. It shows you where you're going, time left in your trip. And I decided it was time to check out some tunes to make the ride a little more enjoyable. There is a variety of stations from iHeartRadio. I discovered as I was messing around with them that it had a lot of newer hits, artists I wasn't quite familiar with, but I did still experiment with it. It was nice to see that there was a selection in there. I should note that at this time, Waymo does not travel on the highways, so it was city streets all the way back to the hotel, which probably would have been the route we took anyways, given the location where we were. So here we go, leaving the complex area and actually headed out into the city streets. I'll get the video sped up here so that you can follow along with my ride as I encountered it without having to actually sit through the entire duration. Once the initial shock wore off of not actually having a driver seated next to me, it really was an uneventful ride. At no time did I feel unsafe. Of course, you can see there was hardly any traffic late in the night, but it still followed all laws. It was actually one of the better drivers I've ever had. I can only imagine I looked pretty silly just sitting in the front passenger seat holding up my phone recording this drive. I did have one carload of younger adults pull up next to me, reached out their window and gave me a thumbs up and shook their heads as if asking, "Is it pretty cool?" And I just responded with my own smile and head nod back to them. That last left turn right there was about the only time I got a little bit nervous. I didn't have any reason to. It was just a left turn with traffic coming onto us. but it really was no big deal. It proceeded just how I would as a driver. We are about to make the final turn into the hotel. The ride overall was wonderful. I would definitely try it again. I would recommend it. Because it is a driverless vehicle, there is no tip required at the end like you would have in an Uber or a Lyft. The rate was about the same as it would have been in an Uber or a Lyft. You can see here the tight turn into the parking lot. The vehicle maneuvered it flawlessly. I wasn't sure exactly where it was going to drop me off, but it took me right to the front door. Highly recommend. Once again, I would definitely travel again on Waymo. Once you stop, the vehicle does give you the opportunity to get anything you need out of the trunk of the vehicle if you had just come from the airport, or if you had shopping bags or anything like that. Thanks for watching.